up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. We're coming to you again from the Hive for another live. It was a really great session yesterday. We went just over like an hour and 20 minutes of pure alpha. Now, if you haven't seen that episode, you're going to want to go back, rewind, watch it all, because not only are there some good setups, but it's also a very informative sort of like masterclass on trading. In fact, each and every one of these lives has been. We had an incredible discussion with the community about making a movement, about not only learning how to trade and be better traders, but also taking care of our bodies. We discussed a fitness challenge, a 90-day challenge, where we'll be having some of the top coaches in the world help us out with that. And we're dedicated to starting this year off strong, 2026, with a bang. And we are really nailing it. You know, Rob has been giving us hints as to what's been happening in the charts for this whole last month, guys. And it is playing out in front of our eyes right now. Yesterday, we said Bitcoin had been on a bit of a run. We were looking at Bitcoin dominance. We looked at some scenarios where we could potentially have a very bullish Q1 for altcoins and sort of slow down in May, sell in May, go away, and then we'll take it from there. But that's sort of what we're looking at right now. While everybody's just calling out doom and gloom and it's going lower, we're looking at some other charts that are indicating that something else could be happening here. So we're looking to catch that altcoin run if and when it happens. And we're keeping you updated on it 24/7 in the group. We're absolutely crushing it, guys. If you're new here, you've got to sign up to this group. We're still having it open for free. The link is in the description below. It's for the VIP Telegram group for the Hive. Now, you're going to want to get in there. You'll be taken to our verification bot for the Telegram group. And it'll send you to BYDFI, which is our exchange of choice, who's powering this channel and making it possible for us to come to you each and every day and give you these insights. And then for any deposit, $5, $10, whatever it is, you transfer that to your futures account, you will get a $100 bonus to trade with. So we're paying for your tuition fee to start trading today, guys. So that's what we want to give you. We're dedicated to getting that value out there. So sign up to the group now. Don't hesitate, because that's where all the alpha is really happening, because we can only come to you once a day on YouTube, Monday through Friday, but we are in the group constantly updating you with the best setups. Shout out to you, Craig. Welcome to the channel. Ada. Let's go. We're going to get some really nice pumps. And we are going to keep you updated in real time as that happens. So this is going to be a very, very brief show for you guys, because we got a lot going on today. We're editing the course and trying to get that out to you, our VIP Masterclass trading course. So we're going to be about 15 minutes today. So I do want to get to Rob. I just want to update you briefly on some of the stuff that has happened, because, in crypto, one day is like a light year. I don't know. It's just so much happens. And, the Venezuelan president Maduro got captured, and he is now being detained in New York. And a lot of stuff has gone down since then. But namely, it's just bullishness. 250 billion was added to the cryptocurrency market so far in 2026. We're talking about oil prices going down, U.S. getting a hold of potential Bitcoin reserves from Venezuela. President Trump says the U.S. markets just hit another all-time high, all of them. Okay, so they're trying to hype up this bullish atmosphere now. And so $1.3 trillion Morgan Stanley files for a spot Bitcoin ETF. Crypto czar David Sachs meets with senators to help advance crypto market structure legislation. Bullish news after bullish news after bullish news. Okay. Bitwise says institutions are warming up to crypto. And then all of a sudden we have Bitcoin fall under 92,000 and people are panicking. Well, we did say yesterday on the show that we're expecting a pullback, a potential pullback on Bitcoin. And when that happens, maybe to the $89,000 to $90,000 level, people are going to be saying, see, the rally's over, it's going lower, when really it could just be a retest and an excellent entry point. So that's what we're waiting on today. Average gas price in U.S. falls to $2.81, the lowest level in 5 years. Okay, things are changing. There's also some semi-not bullish news coming out 20 minutes ago. 77% chance of the Supreme Court rules President Trump's tariffs are illegal on Friday. So we got like a sort of turbulent week coming up. Let's see how that plays out. But enough about the news. We're going to dig into the charts, because that is where the facts are. So let's say hello to Rob. Rob.
Hello.
Oh, we've got a special guest on today, it seems.
Yep, appreciate up today. She want to sit in my lap.
Oh, that is our spirit animal dog of the Hive. She is such an amazing girl. She's been our good luck charm, I believe, and the one that's just there each and every day, giving us a smile on our faces. I love this dog. Yeah.
Little cuddler.
Yeah, she's so cute. She's bringing in the good vibes for 2026. Let's go. Shout out to you, Brian, too. name change for 2026. Okay, so is this Degen Brian? That's now Crypto Brian. I like the rebrand. Watch out for Seeker on Solana this month. Okay, yeah, he's always giving us the alpha, so we're gonna have to take a look at some of those. We got the Clash Fam in full force. Jonah, what's up? Guys, we are going to jump right into the charts, though, because as I said, we're not going to have a lot of time today on today's stream. We'll have a longer stream tomorrow, but today we want to get you the absolute essentials so you know what's happening, and tomorrow we'll be charting more coins that people may want to see, okay? But today we're going to keep it a little bit briefer, maybe give you one setup going into tomorrow if there's something to look at. But yeah, we got Purdy with us. We got all the vibes. What are we seeing in the markets right now?
Right now we're basically just seeing a nice retest. Like we said, we called a pullback yesterday. I had a bunch of setups and groups up there saying that they were either breakout setups or we're going to be looking for a bullish change of character or a break of structure entry, which those are pullback entries. So you look for a pullback to support entry. So it was either one or the or, and it wasn't an idea of predicting what's going to happen next. It was an idea of if we break out, all right, we take a breakout entry. If we get rejected and get to pull back to support, we get a good pullback entry and maybe get some shorts in there as well too, which we also got some scalp shorts or day trade shorts that played out. But
right.
actually today I want to zoom out and look at the Bitcoin weekly RSI. I think that one there is a very big deal.
Right. Okay, so let's pull those up now and have a look.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna look at the Bitcoin on the 1 week chart here on the weekly time frame, and I was pulling up the RSI in here, and this is a very big weekly close for us, in my opinion, right now. Because what we have right here is this falling wedge that basically it broke down to the downside right in this area. So that was a very big deal. And we didn't come up. We came back up to bearishly retested it, and we are now above it. So at the weekly close here, we're looking for a nice weekly close above, or we're looking for the weekly to close above this. Potentially, we could come back down and retest it. But if not, we might start getting to go up to the upside here, to the upper trend line here. So that's telling me that we got some bullish momentum coming back in the market and that we're going to have some more upside here now that we're recovering this trend line. But we're kind of waiting for the weekly to close above this again. So that way we have confirmation on this move here that this is a confirmed bear trap under here. So this is on the weekly time frame again. And this is a very seriously strong move. Now, so I have these vertical lines here right here, and I've marked every high and every low in this pattern, and it came out about 98 days. So I'm not going from the extreme low over here just due to we had a bear trap right here. I'm going from basically where we recovered it. And we're looking at another about 98 days, 100 days. And that puts us right back in puts us right in the April, that if we hit this top trend line, right about in the April area. Mm-hmm. And that kind of goes along with the whole theory of the sell in May, go away. So sometimes if you look at like 2021, some things topped out around April or stuff like that as well too. So it's towards that end of Q1 is what we're basically looking for. And now could we break out? So the thing is, we come back up to here, it's gonna be creating bearish divergence again. We've been having bearish divergence every time, but eventually this trend will break here. So the question is, when we come to this trend line, are we gonna break the trend line and take out the bearish divergences right here and start going up and making some new highs? We don't know, but what we can do is whenever we do get up here, we can sit there and say, all right, we're up in this zone right here. It's going to be caution once we get to this, up to this zone, up to this trend line, as long as we confirm this bear trap. What we can pull up then is, well, not that one here. We could pull up our next oscillator. We will pull up our next oscillator, which is the Stosh RSI. Another big weekly close coming up here. We got the blue line going up above 20. So we basically got our cross here, our potential cross here. Now we're looking for both lines to get above that 20 level to confirm it. Now, so that's going to sit there and give a strong momentum in here, and that's going to indicate that we are going up to that next trend line at least. So what we're going to be looking for is whenever we get up to that trend line on the RSI, we're going to be going in and looking at where the Stosh is at. If the Stosh is up here like this and starting to get the bearish crossover and down while we are at this, let me go ahead and get this pulled back up if it wants to. Why we're up here at this trend line, that's going to be our signal like, all right, the high is now in. That's going to probably roll over now, and we're going to have caution. We're going to be looking for shorts at that time. But now say that pretty one's down. So say that the Stosh is only about halfway up, or we're somewhere like in this area, we're breaking the 50 level. Why we get to that trend line, that's going to be a whole different story. That's just in there saying that we still have a lot more room to run up, and that we still have time to sit there, and that's going to give us the bullish momentum, the bullish push, that we could break that trend line and make a new trend and get out of that downtrend on the RSI in the weekly time frame. And potentially, if that happens, that's when I can sit there and start saying that, all right, we have a better probability now to get a new all-time high. In my opinion, we don't get a new all-time high until we break this pattern on the weekly RSI right here and get above this trend line.
Oh, yeah. And we've been talking about the weekly RSI previously for the past several months on Bitcoin, saying, it's in interesting territory. We have to see what's going to happen. Rob is literally giving you guys the playbook to exactly what could happen and the scenarios that could play out. Okay. So just to summarize, we could get that retest, but we're in the midst of a potential bear trap, which is a very bullish thing. Do we get that retest and have that other pullback on Bitcoin where everybody will be saying it's over and it's going lower, and then we go back up to the top of the trend line? That could be very possible, or we just continue to break out from here, right? So the question is, what happens when we do hit the top of that trend line? If it is right around the end of April area, like Brian is saying here in the chat too, 2024 April, May was a good time to sell after alts pumped. Will that be sort of like a repeat this time? And there's a lot of confluence in the charts to show us that that is what could potentially be happening. So this is literal playbook for you guys to build your strategy around right now, which also applies to alts, right? Because Bitcoin is the driver. So that seems to be like across the board what we're seeing in most of the charts right now.
Yeah, so it's definitely just a very big deal. There's a lot of confluence adding to that one here. Like they say, I'm not going to sit there and say it's going to be exactly on these dates, but typically, like we saw this, it's a historical, just yearly time where people look to take profits around, something like that, for whatever reason it is. The sell and may go away type of thing. Like I said, April, May zone. And that's whenever you start looking at those indicators, just in there like, all right, is the same kind of is the same playbook still playing out? And those are the indicators that you can just simply easily go out to. There's in the weekly time frame, there's not very much noise on it, and it's just simple. You don't have to sit there and listen to anybody. The charts are going to tell you what to do, and of course we're going to be here showing you the charts at that time. We're going to be sitting there and say, hey, this is what we were looking for. We're here now. Let's see what happens.
Right, exactly. So we're going to take it level by level, but for now, this is what we are seeing across the board on many different charts and indicators, right? That this is what could be happening. So right now, it looks like we had a little bit of a pullback from the $94,700 level, and could we be getting that deeper pullback to like the 89,000 next, like we've been saying, or will we just continue on from here is the question.
Yeah, I mean, right now, we lost a 4-hour 9, which I've been basically kind of waiting for. Now this is a fair value gap zone. I could go ahead and turn on those indicators. Those are just, they literally get right in the middle of a candlestick of a bearish engulfing candlestick like that. Yeah, see right there, we got the bearish fair value gap. So basically right now what we're doing is we're just filling that up right now, and we're going to be looking to get down to this bullish order block. And this is actually what I was sitting there saying, is that we're looking for a break of structure entry, and a break of break of structure entry is actually the bullish order block that's underneath. So it's a pullback entry. So you already broke the structure right here. This was a breakout actually of this level here, and now we never came back down and filled up this right here. So basically what we're looking for is to get all the way back down into here and fill up this order block and then kind of go up. And there's also a gap, like we went over yesterday. We got CMC gaps right there. I think we also mentioned yesterday, the 1-day 9 will be going up in that area. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. We do have the 1-day 9 right here, and it was underneath $90,000 yesterday, or 90,000 yesterday, and now it's right at 90,013 or 90,025. So right. We do have the 9 coming up in there as well too. So if we close right here again today in the next 3 hours and 5 minutes, we're going to see this move up just a little bit more, and it's probably going to be meeting. So we have this fair value gap right here, and we're probably going to be watching the 9 and the price action kind of meets and retest each other in this fair value gap here. We already got a little bit of a fill of it. There's still more of it to fill as well too, which I think that's right where our CME gap is as well too. So we're trying to fill that up as well too. So we're basically getting what we're kind of looking for to get new entries. Now the question is, pivot wise, where are we at on our 4-hour pivot? So yes, the pullback kind of took a little bit long to go out, because usually your pivots take a little bit to, once you get your pivot you get your pivot signals and stuff like that. It takes a little bit to get that pivot and then your trend to the downside. So basically, whenever you're looking for a pivot, you're looking for the oscillators to kind of see how this was going sideways up here. We got the bearish cross, went underneath 50 finally, right around right around when we're trying to break the 9. We went underneath 50. So that is, let's go ahead and just move this line over since I already have it up. So that was like right here, and that was before the Stoch RSI was all the way down. Now that Stoch RSI all the way down there, we got the bearish momentum coming in. So we're going to look for a little bit of a drag going sideways down in this area until we start going back up. So whenever you're making a pivot, you're going to be looking for the opposite stuff here, and to make a pivot to the upside. So now we're going to be looking for a bullish pivot. We had the bearish pivot. Now we just need a bullish pivot.
Right.
Let me go ahead and look at our MACD here. MACD also shows the same thing. So we're going to be looking for that to kind of come down a little bit and start bullishly going up in here. And that's just going to be a nice higher low entry. The further it goes, the more it goes down, the better entries we're going to get on potentially some alts and stuff like that. But if we recover quickly and say this goes up and starts going up above 50 quickly and makes like just a sharp move up here, let me go ahead and delete this right here because that's from the weekly chart. The thing is now we're at RSI 50 level already. We can go all the way down to 40. That's still strong support. But if we hold 50 and we get that bullish crossover while the RSI is above 50, we're probably not going to get that full pullback. The pullback may be done. We go sideways right back here and we start recovering and we start going up. And it just so it's the idea more is to look for scale and entries on longs at this point probably.
Okay, so that's really telling, guys. Is giving you the playbook as to what happens with Bitcoin is probably how we'll position ourselves getting into alt. So those are the different scenarios. We could have like a little bit of more of an extended pullback down into lower levels. We're waiting for that pivot to confirm. And now you have all of the things to look for, and that'll help you time your entries on alts. So until that pivot really happens, it's best just to take this in for today. This is what's happening with Bitcoin. We're sort of waiting on it. If that happens quickly, like Rob said, we'll be all over that in the group and we'll be giving you those setups in the group. So you're going to want to join the group. Now, we have a Discord as well, but that's more of a social area that we're going to activate later. You want to sign up to the Telegram, which is the Hive Telegram link in the description below. It's the verification bot. It'll take you to BYDFI and you'll be able to sign up there. No KYC, just use your Gmail, and then you'll be into the Telegram after that, and you'll be able to get your $100 deposit bonus for any deposit. Okay, so it's really a good deal. And based on what happens with Bitcoin here, we could be seeing some setups. I mean, time-wise, how do you think this could play out? I know that's a tough question to answer.
I mean, time-wise, we could be looking at the potentially like after tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, getting in some setups, hopefully. I already have some of the setups already posted in group as well, too. We got some new 10X Phoenixes out.
Yes, I saw one of those that many people would be very, very happy about in this community. So we'll be talking more about that too. But yeah, there's a very juicy setup that was just posted in, in the 10X Phoenixes that I think a lot of people would be happy about.
Yeah, so we got some of those posted on there too. Then also too, I was kind of go in the group and kind of look. So a lot of the setups I was posting in the long area, they were kind of right in the middle of patterns. Let me see here.
Yeah, if you make it bigger, I think it's easier to see up there.
I was trying to find the.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. So like a lot of the patterns here, it was either like one, like let's look at this one right here. And these are kind of setups I'm kind of posting right now because sometimes you get the entry. People just post one entry, and that's kind of not how you got to look at it sometimes. So like XVG right now, the take profits are up in this area. Like in my opinion, XVG is going up to 0.007816 at some point here. I think it looks like a pretty strong token. It looks like a pretty good strong setup here. So we're either looking for a 1 hour breakout down here or a 4 hour bullish change of character. So coming back down to here, so you got it's either going to break out and go up, or it's going to come down, pull back, hold support, and then go up. So you got two entries ideas, and right now a lot of setups are kind of looking like that to me right now, where it's either going to break out or you're going to get that pullback entry. So it's always good to have, when you're looking at this type of stuff, it's always good to whenever you're looking at two ways of entering the tokens. That way you don't miss out, or you don't get in. If you try entering like right in this area right here and it gets rejected, you're going to be starting off at a big loss, especially if you're using leverage at all. A lot of our traders, a lot of these are more thought. I have more of a thought press of people using 7x leverage, 10x leverage, 5x leverage on these setups here. So you got to wait for those confirmations for those entries in order to enter. So the setups looking like this that we're kind of posting in groups. So that way, I mean, it's gonna. It's one thing about trading. There's something really, really simple here. it's either gonna go up or down. But so you're either gonna get an entry a little bit higher where you have a confirmed break, or you're gonna get an entry on a support level as long as we're starting an uptrend. Then it's
Right.
gonna be inverse for shorts, but whenever we're starting a downtrend here. So, but right now we're going more towards, since the weekly charts, how everything's looking, we're gonna be more trading uptrends right now. So more focusing on longs at this point here. I think I just finished up some of my last shorts in the group for a time being.
Right. And so that's really key, guys. Don't get impatient and start to like try to front run this stuff. Let it either go down to the levels that Rob marked out or have a breakout. It's kind of like if you try to get in between, you'll get chopped and it'll be difficult. Like patience is key here. Let's see what Bitcoin decides to do. Will we get that pullback, or will we just come up sharply with RSI and get that momentum and start our blast off? Let's see here. So that's what we're looking for. And that's what's going to help dictate which altcoin setups we get into and absolutely crush. You're going to want to get positioned in a lot of those 10x Phoenixes potentially as well. So you're going to want to join the group and check this all out, guys. That's going to be it for today, actually, I think, because we have got to sign off early. We've got a lot going on, guys, but we just wanted to make sure to get this update to you so you understand what's happening with Bitcoin right now. It's sort of a waiting game, but we're talking days, maybe 1 day to 3 days, where then we're potentially getting into some setup. So don't fade it. Don't hesitate. You got to make action. You got to start making your plan right now so you know what to do, when to get in, etc. And thanks to Rob, we've got the playbook. We have got the playbook. So we're going to come back to you as soon as this is played out and revisit this. And, that's a very good learning experience too, to look back and see what actually happened. Okay. So guys, that's going to be it for today. We will be back at 3:30 tomorrow for a full live stream. We just wanted to get you that short update, and thanks Rob for the insights. And yeah, we'll be coming back to you tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. guys, Eastern. So stay tuned and we will see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. And also, I want to say one thing. Congrats on a night short yesterday. We posted at the very end of the show. We're at TP1, bearishly retesting it, and we did a nice, good 8% move. Depending on where you got in, you might have had a good 11% move on it so far.
Boom. And that's what we were talking about yesterday on the stream, actually with Watchman. So shout out to you, Watchman. You were asking about night. We gave you the setup then on the stream, and now people were nailing it in the group. That's an actually pretty big move for these market conditions.
Watchman, I'm looking right now. I think he nailed the trade. Yeah, somebody nailed it right here. Somebody nailed it right up here.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out, guys. We nailed it in the group. And this was a free setup we gave you on YouTube yesterday. You can't get better than that.
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and look right here. I think night. Yep. So there's Watchman right there. He got it as well too. So yeah, set up.
Watchman. Yep. Good job. Good on you, man. He was tuning in. Actually, we went over his setup as a preferential treatment because he's in the group and he requested it. And we went over that setup, and now he was able to make money. And guys, that's what we love to see on this channel. People crushing it, people succeeding, excelling. I'm telling you, we are literally guaranteeing results when our course comes out if you follow the strategies in the plan. And there's no way you won't be a more successful trader at the end of it. So yeah, really incredible to see, Rob. Congrats to Watchman and all the team who crushed it and made tons of gains on that. And yeah, we'll be back for more tomorrow, but I'm glad you brought that up. It's absolutely amazing. You can make money for free just by tuning in on YouTube. So there you go, guys. That's the value we're dedicated to delivering, and we will be back for more tomorrow. All right. Good stuff, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.